Soviet Union will be pleased to offer amnesty to your wayward vassal.
The Soviet Union? I thought you guys broke up.
Yes, that's what we wanted you to think.
Must crush capitalism.
Alexa, how many teaspoons in a tablespoon?
3 equally distributed teaspoons.
Alexa, put on my Saturday playlist. Alexa, volume up. Alexa, who is this?
The free working people united in servitude as a motherland.
Not bad. Ah, good timing. Here you go. Enjoying that? Mum will be pleased. Alexa, add stir-fry vegetables to my shopping list.
Sorry, but that item is currently out of stock.
Alexa, what's on my calendar tomorrow?
Tomorrow you have potato field work in the morning.
Alexa, what's the weather like tomorrow?
There will be a very cold blizzard tomorrow, perfect to the German invasion.
Oh, that's lucky. Watch this. Alexa, tell us a joke.
Capitalism is the best economic system. Let the ruling classes tremble at a communistic revolution. The proletarians have nothing to lose but their chains. They have a world to win, working men of all countries unite.
Alexa, audiobook off.
Closing the Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx.
Alexa, living room lights off.
Hey guys, how's it going? Today is Friday, December 14th, 2018, and welcome back. Today is part 2 of this talk that we were talking about, the China Cold War, East versus West situation. And today, in this episode, we're going to be talking a little more about what the role of Venezuela, Cuba, Latin America, but mainly Venezuela within this space, because as you saw from the first little clip there. Okay, I didn't play the video at the beginning. I'm playing it right now.
Hello everyone, my name is Eugenia Alcalá. I am the founder and president of Dash Venezuela. Today it is a real pleasure for us to be here with our friends from Churchican Venezuela in their official announcement of their accepting Dash as a franchise level in their 10 stores nationwide. We are very happy. This is the culmination of a team effort from Dash Venezuela, Churchican Venezuela, and Dash Core Group, and we have been working together for a couple of months now in the formation, capacitation, education, and counseling from the president of Churchican Venezuela until every person that works there, and they are in charge of accepting Dash as a form of payment in the stores. So we are very, very happy. This is a very happy day for us. Today in the event we had 30 journalists from 18 different media, and we also had 71 transactions in Dash just in this store in the Centro Comercial Sanville. So we are very happy. This is just another step of making Venezuela the first Dash nation.
Cryptocurrency is kicking ass and taking names, like literally within within Venezuela right now. For real, they came here to kick ass and chew gum, and it's all out of gum.
I have come here to chew bubble gum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubble gum.
So that's really encouraging. That's really cool. Like, for real. And to me, like, I'm not a big Dash guy I wasn't a big Dash guy for a long time, but I have been becoming a bigger Dash guy because again, you know, they're doing everything humanly possible to get people to use cryptocurrency. And like, I mean, what more do you want? And right now, Dash, you know, again, if I had, you know, and if I had enough to put away, like as a savings, which I think I might. I got some money coming in finally from work, and so on and so forth. So, but I'm gonna try and get some bags of Dash, because Dash, you know, is not only going out there and doing what they're doing, but you know, crap, they're very encouraging. They're really encouraging. So they're actually laying groundwork and all this other stuff. You know, I'm sorry, like I feel like I'm getting sidetracked here. This is not. I'm trying to make this a Dash infomercial. I'm not. I'm really not. But just in case, hey guys, hit me up on Dash, alright? Hablo español también. Shout out to Dash. So no, but seriously, besides Dash, the real reason, what I'm really going to talk about in this episode is, oh crap, battery. I got to change the battery. Oh, wait. All right, we're back. So yeah, so like as I was saying, what I really wanted to talk about was the petrol coin, that situation, and how it's actually working in Venezuela. Now, remember, the only thing the petrol really is, it's a proxy for, it's a replacement for the dollar. Identical. The thing is that the Bolivar is valued in US dollars. So every time that the Bolivar, you know, every time the market's open, every time that whatever, the US literally puts the price on the Bolivar. And they put a price on every currency around the world. That's what they do. Yeah, anyways. So that's what the dollar does. The dollar is the thing that puts a price on every currency around the world, and they put prices on everything around the world. For real. So what happens is that when the US doesn't like you, they hyperinflate your currency. So all of a sudden they say that your dollar, your Bolivar, your peso, your whatever the fuck is worthless. They say that, oh yeah, like your currency is so worthless because XYZ that they make up.
Let's sprinkle some crack on them and get out of here.
$1 US equals 1 billion of your Bolivars, or Zimbabwe, or whatever the fuck. Well, it's not Zimbabwe, it's a bad example, but not really, but you know, it's worth that many. But so what happened is that, like, the Venezuela, like a lot of countries have tried, they said, hey, we're not going to use the dollar anymore. Now, why this is more important than most countries is because Venezuela has a lot of oil, they have a lot of natural resources, like so on and so forth, and the US wants it for itself. Venezuela's trying to be its own country, and they understand I mean, you can figure it out. So the US right now, anyway, so Venezuela right now, what they've done with the petrol is that they just created this token, okay, and they gave it a value, and the value is derived from oil, from whatever the oil markets say oil is priced at. That is what this petrol is worth. So right now, a Mexican peso is 20 to 1, meaning for each US dollar you get 20 pesos. And in Venezuela, for each US dollar you get 10 bolivars. So it's already doing better. Like, for example, in Turkey, it's 1 to 6 or 1 to 7 or something like that, or 1 to 5. So the euro is like 1 to 80 cents, or that's Canada. Look, man, the point is that that's how the conversion rate does, okay? That's what it is, depending on how friendly you are with the US, depending on, you know, your conversion rate type of shit. And so then you know, the country has to figure it out accordingly. So, for example, this loaf of bread here, this loaf of bread costs anywhere between 25 to 50 pesos. Okay? How much is this in the US? It's a couple bucks, right? Now, again, this is still the same price. This costs about $1.50 here. So you following me? So that's how the US is able to cause economic war, economic strife, and so on and so forth. So, you know, the thing is in Venezuela, has a strong backbone, strong economy, strong people, strong everything. They know what's going on. They know that they're going up against Goliath. The people themselves are going up against Goliath. And so it's David versus Goliath. And so they themselves understand what's going on. They literally do. And so that's why the people there have stood strong for the most part. And look, I understand that there's people that have left, and I understand there's people on both sides, but for the most part, most people that are Venezuelans are in it to win it, meaning that no, the US is not going to come in here and take over. We're trying to push them out. We're trying to push neoliberalism out. They're trying to push imperialism out. And again, you know, countries like Mexico and other countries around Latin America are all in solidarity with Venezuela and Cuba. Mainly Venezuela. They're the ones that are being hurt right now. And the only exception is Colombia and Brazil. That's it. And those two are backed, and and by the U.S. But again, Cold War. I really do think it's going to be a huge Cold War. The fact that the Russians came out here. And the other day, the whole thing with China and Russia, you know what I mean? Putin. All these guys, they all have a lot of interest within Latin America and continue to build interest within Latin America. And that's a major thing to this whole thing. Latin America has literally kicked out the U.S. All right? Maybe not their culture, but literally has kicked out the U.S. and their corporate interest and all that horribleness. And now people like Russia and China are moving in. And I'm just talking about trade partners and trades and so on and so forth, just the development of the whole thing as a whole. So I know I barely talked about crypto, but the reality is that crypto is the major component here, because not only is crypto being used on a day-to-day basis within the country, meaning things like Dash and other cryptos, now all of a sudden their fiat currency is stable, and it's stable because of a national cryptocurrency which the country created. And other countries around the world like Iran and I forgot what other countries, but South Africa and so on and so forth, they're looking into creating, Turkey, probably looking into creating their own cryptocurrency. But like the cryptocurrency, in order to kind of like have a currency. The reason that these countries are creating a cryptocurrency is, number one, to get around the dollar. Number two, to have a currency that is backed by gold, or backed by a commodity, or backed by something. And now they can do that. And most of these countries that are trying to create a national currency, they're doing that. They're saying, oh no, look, our shit's going to be backed by gold, or backed by oil, or backed by whatever. And so that's the thing, so that's how currencies always used to be. And we gotta, we have to go back into history to remind ourselves and remember where this whole stuff how all this stuff used to work. Sure, it was gold and silver, but a lot of times it wasn't. A lot of times it was like commodities or whatever natural resources that area had, or that country had, or what have you. And that's what we're moving into. We're moving back into that. And so cryptocurrency is allowing each country to tokenize their value, whatever it is, whether it's gold, oil, lumber, whatever. A lot of things, and they can, create a currency out of that. And sure, create fiat out of it, but mainly just create a currency that is sovereign from the dollar. And that's the most important thing here. And so, even though the petro isn't completely sovereign from the dollar, because at the end of the day, remember, the petro gets its value from oil, gold, and stuff like that, and how these things are valued on the market. And these things are valued in what? Dollars. So it's like a way to get around it, but still value their currency in the dollar, so that the U.S. really can't say, hey, hey, you can't, if you're not doing your shit with dollars, you got a problem. So, yeah. The more you know. But yeah, so that's the thing. It's really hard to kind of understand, because look, all this petrodollar shit is really not that hard to understand. The thing is, what's hard to understand and what's hard to get through to people is that most people are locked into the narrative that Venezuela is bad, everything that's going on over there is bad, it's bad, 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 bad.
This is outrageous. Where are the armed men who come in to take the protesters away? Where are they? This kind of behavior is never tolerated in Boracua. You shout like that, they put you in jail right away. No trial, no nothing. Journalists, we have a special jail for journalists. You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail. You're charging too high prices for sweaters, glasses, you right to jail. You undercook fish, believe it or not, jail. You overcook chicken, also jail. Undercook, overcook. You make an appointment with the dentist and you don't show up, believe it or not, jail, right away. We have the best patients in the world because of jail.
So no matter what and this guy's an idiot, that the people there are retards and everything, there's all that shit. So with that mentality, automatically you go off and think that no matter what they do, if they're trying to create a petrodollar or this or that, it's like it has to be automatically fucking dumb idea, stupid, retarded, whatever. And the thing is that the Venezuelans, just like Cubans, were some of the most educated fucking people in Latin America. I don't want to hear that shit. And so, you know, and that's the thing, you know what I mean? Like, no, you know what I mean? They know exactly what they're doing. Sure, it's not perfect, but again, they're pioneers and they're the first ones to even attempt this. And it's working. It's been working. Notice that you haven't heard shit about the Venezuelan economy ever since Venezuela instituted the petrodollar. Not the petrodollar. Ever since they instituted the petro coin and they tagged their bolivar to the petro coin, notice that you haven't heard of anything. Notice you haven't heard any more economics, anything from there. Okay? Now again, things aren't perfect. You already know that the U.S. destroyed their economy and is constantly still doing shit to them. But the point is that all of a sudden now, since they instituted that petro coin, their economy has been stabilizing to stable and everything's fine. So again, not fine, but you know, in that sense. And that's the thing, you know, like really, we have to really look outside the box here. We really have to look outside the big picture as to why, when the US says that they want to create a Fed coin, yes, we know that that's the most horrible fucking idea ever. But at the same time, maybe not, because they are creating, again, their own demise. They're creating now a coin, which again, it would only work if it's on a blockchain and like Bitcoin, you know, things like that, where it's an immutable ledger and now they're being held accountable for every penny that they spend. Okay, sure, no problem. You want to do that? We got it. Great, wonderful. But you know, their idea for a Fed coin is just creating a new dollar, which is not how crypto works. But when you're looking at other countries around the world instituting a national cryptocurrency, what they're really trying to do is literally really do create a national currency that goes away from the dollar and allows the people to gain wealth and richness from their hard work and not allow the US to fuck with them anymore. And not allow, God, that's loud. Anyways, and so, yeah, I'm telling you, man, that's a fucking FBI, CIA over there, bro. They knew I was talking about this shit, and they fucking had a few Mexicans drive a fucking truck through here. It's not racist. I live in Mexico. Everyone driving here is Mexican. Anyways, I forgot what I was saying, but hey, I think that's probably perfect for me to end this. But yeah, I mean, seriously, like this whole fucking Petrocoin thing and other cryptocurrencies in which other countries are, you know, again, like Iran and so on and so forth, you know, all they're trying to do is just give wealth to their people, you know, allow the people to accrue wealth, which is something that the dollar doesn't allow anymore. All right, the dollar wants every individual, and the central banks that wants every individual to accrue debt, and with crypto you can't accrue debt anymore.
Bitcoin is fundamentally different because in Bitcoin, you don't owe anyone anything and no one owes you anything. It is not a system based on that. It is a system based on ownership. And no one can censor it, no one can seize it, no one can freeze it.
Okay, remember, that's a big difference. There's another big difference, you know? So that's the thing. When these countries are doing what they're doing, they understand what they're trying to do. Again, not every country might not be doing it right, and it might not have the right intentions and so on and so forth, but I really do think that all the countries right now that are creating their own cryptocurrency in order to circumvent the dollar, you know, they're trying to make right with their people. And by doing so, they would have to create an actual system that would actually be like, you know, each peso or Turkish lira or whatever the fuck would be like in essence backed by gold. So in that sense, that's good. That's where we want to move. We want to move in that direction. All right. And that's why, you know, this whole thing is a lot more complicated than we think it is. This whole Cold War that's happening between China, Russia, but, you know, all those countries, you know, Venezuela, Cuba, so on and so forth, and who knows who else is going to join, versus, you know, the globalist and the you know, the globalist and the neoliberals and the war hawks. You know, it's coming to a head as to, you know, we're gonna have a Cold War, a major Cold War, East versus West, and how we have how about this? It's gonna be a Cold World War. So World War III is gonna be a Cold World War. Hopefully it stays cold, seriously, but that's what it's gonna be. And in order for that to happen, it's like the whole world has to be involved. So therefore, places like, you know, Venezuela, Cuba, and other places around there are playing an even bigger and bigger strategic role within this whole thing. Just like the US, NATO, the EU has all of these things all up against the border of Russia and China and so on, but mainly Russia. You know, the same thing, they're trying to do the same thing over here now, where Russia and China are trying to impose themselves over here. And by the way, yes, the US is on the Chinese border, but in the waters. They have control over the China Sea and a big control over that whole area. And China's been trying to push them out for a while. And so on and so forth. So right now, the US has, you know, more control in that hemisphere. But slowly, as each day passes, Russia and China are having a bigger and bigger presence within this hemisphere, meaning that they have, you know, aircraft carriers and army and all, you know, the whole fucking shebang of a military really close to the US and the US borders. And that's just the real, that's real, man. We're just gonna keep it 100. So that's really what's happening. And cryptocurrency is right in the middle. Because again, you know, these nations on one end, you know, are, again, no matter how, again, remember, places like China, Venezuela, Russia, all are very completely different. And they all hold value in cryptocurrency, and all of them very differently. Most of them, you know, like not China. China's the only one that wants full control. But as for, you know, Russia and Venezuela and other places, you know, they don't. You know, they're trying to push the whole cryptocurrency thing as a good thing, you know. And so yeah, they still want their control, their state control, but it's not the same. They want to give the people the control. I don't know about Russia so much, but definitely Venezuela and other parts of Latin America. All right, and other parts of the world too, I think. And I've been talking all day, you could tell, huh? So yeah, I really do think we're moving into. Sorry, you remember that Larry David episode when he had that? I want to see if I can find the clip.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing? What's going on?
I think I swallowed a pubic hair.
The pubic hair? Anyways, yeah, we made up. That's where I got the pubic hair. But anyways, I think I'm going to end it here. I think that's it. I think it's made a long enough episode. I think you guys get the gist of it. I really do understand. I really do think that we're going to be moving into a new Cold War, and there's a new paradigm shift that we're moving into from point A to point B. Everything from the old legacy banking system into the new cryptocurrency world. It is being, you know, it's a war that's also going to be also being fought right now within, you know, this Cold War and stuff like that. You got to remember that one end of the spectrum, once the whole system actually most of this whole thing, remember this, God, man, you know, it's just so much, it gets anyone. The central banking system is literally on both ends of this Cold War, and cryptocurrency is the thing that's going to be trying to break us away from this, all right, and break us away from not just this humongous Cold War, but all these wars and all this centralized control and just horribleness that keeps happening over and over again through humanity and human history. So again, I know I've come full circle. We come full circle many times discussing these things because there's just so much to discuss and so much going on out there and so much deception that we've been through as a human race that it's pretty fucking incredible. and we're all going through a waking up period right now, as a whole, as all of humanity. But like I said, at the end of the day, cryptocurrency is the major component to, the destruction of the old system. No matter what, everything that we hate about the system, cryptocurrency and the blockchain and all these other things, they're the solution to these problems. And that's it. It's just right now we're very, very crazy early on, but they really are the solutions to all this problem. They really are the solution to all these problems. And it's our job to keep educating ourselves as much as humanly possible on not just cryptocurrency, but world affairs, why we're into cryptocurrency to begin with, which is what? Remember, the people that created Bitcoin and crypto were trying to get away from fiat currency and government control. And that's what we got to keep in mind here, that as we're talking about this whole Cold War, New World War III, Cold World War III, or whatever the fuck we're going to embark on right now, cryptocurrency is a solution for us to not have to go through this shit anymore. But we have to actually put the work and go through all this, all together now, all together now, all together now, all together now, all together now. Sorry guys, I can't play music, especially from them, so you're gonna have to deal with a little karaoke, a cappella. So to wrap it all up, guys, educate yourself, educate yourself, educate yourself.
Knowledge.
Knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. And that's it, guys. That's really all it's all about. That's really what all this is about. The more we know, the more knowledge we spread, the more we can fight back. I mean, again, look at what's happening in France and look at what's happening around the world, okay? So many things happening at the same time. It's pretty crazy, all right? And we have to really keep our eye on the ball and really understand what cryptocurrency is, all right? That's it. It's a way out. That's all it is. It's a way out. Alright guys, thanks again for watching. I really hope you guys have an amazing weekend. For reals, today was great, awesome episode. And I know it sounded like it was a little ending on the somber mood, but not really. I mean, for real, we should be very happy and motivated and positive and all this stuff, because we actually have a solution. We got this cryptocurrency thing that is going to help us get away from this apocalyptic world that we were about to embark in before the creation of this stuff. So this is the solution to everything. Really, it is. It really is. I know it sounds fucking crazy, but it really is. It really is. That's why a lot of us that really get the technology are so enthusiastic about it, because it's just insane. How us humans, when we were, most of us, feel like we're lost against this machine. We're not anymore. We're just not, and we're fucking winning, man. I mean, we're already like making dents in their armor. It's crazy, crazy, for real. So seriously, guys. And with that being said, I really hope that you guys have an amazing weekend. I hope you guys are having an amazing, is it Hanukkah yet? I think it's Hanukkah, right? Having an amazing Hanukkah, an amazing, Christmas month celebration, holidays, whatever. And for real, it's awesome. It's been awesome for me. This month has been great. I can't wait for 2019 to start. It's going to be even more insane, because this year is ending crazy strong and on a high note. And yeah, it's awesomeness all around. And a big thank you to all you guys out there. You guys have been beyond awesome. And I hope you guys enjoyed this special 2-part episode talking about this bigger subject, because I wanted to really talk about it, go deep, and not have to make a humongously long episode. So yeah, I think it's pretty good, not so bad. So alright guys, if you want to keep supporting me and this channel and everything that we're making and producing here, please feel free to become a patron. Please feel free to leave a donation down there, and keep helping us build everything we're building. We're building a humongous community. Please, if you want to know more, join us on Discord. Links at the bottom. Join us on Twitch and BitTube on Mondays and Thursday nights. I think that might be changing, but regardless, check for the schedule down there. We live stream. I live stream on YouTube. I'm all over the place. I'm just constantly making, creating for you guys, for all of us, because we need to just keep doing this. It's just, I mean, I love it. I can't get enough of it. But at the end of the day, it's just we gotta keep going. You can't stop. You can't stop. Keep the momentum going. So with that being said, I'm gonna take a break. See you. So much for keeping the momentum going. No, but that is part of the momentum. You gotta at least, you know, breathe. So tomorrow is my day off. I'm taking my breather, and then Sunday back to work. As you already know, weekend review coming on Sunday, and Monday, Tuesday, you know, we already got our thing going. So as you guys, as I was saying last episode, I got a lot of things happening this month, you know, meaning a lot of cool things that we're going to be experimenting with throughout the month, and then by the time that we get to January, we're going to have a roll out a brand new schedule, okay? And it's going to be pretty awesome. And again, it's not going to differ much from the schedule we have right now, but it's definitely going to be, you know, more better. Anyways, all right, guys. Thanks again for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Again, likes are free, subscriptions are free, what is it? Comments are free, and they all help. They all help a lot. Okay. And by the way, if you want to just subscribe for today and then unsubscribe tomorrow, that's okay too. It's okay. It's okay. Whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy. Okay. Whatever creams your Twinkie. Okay. But anyways, don't forget to please like, please subscribe, please share, and have an amazing weekend. Hope you have a lot of festive, merry fun. Drink a lot of eggnog, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. No, wait, I won't. I'll see you guys on Sunday for the weekend review. Thanks again, and have a merry, merry weekend. Yeah, it's not Christmas yet. It's Hanukkah though, right? Is it Hanukkah?
Whoever's in last place, whoever that person is, if there was a world chart ranking and Sally was dead last, she can talk. I don't know how to get people out of depression. I'm just trying to change people's perspective. Gratitude is my fuel. I think most people burn out because they're looking for money. I think people are depressed when they don't have things into context. They don't realize how lucky they have it. And two, they don't feel in control. When the game itself and the process and gratitude is the mix of your gasoline, you'll run forever. I've already won. D-Rock, this game's vigged. I already won. I figured myself out. I know what makes me happy. Nothing in the world makes me happier. Everybody is the happiest when they get to do what they want to be doing. When you get to do what you want to do, you've won. I think the problem is that people get to a place where they don't want to go backwards because they get fancy, right? They get accustomed to a certain lifestyle, they want certain things. When it's about getting a watch or buying a new home or getting a new pair of Yeezys, you're finished. And I will tell you the number one thing that scares the fuck out of me. Okay. Nice watches and Ferraris. And so I see a lot of people looking for quick highs. That is just not sustainable. Glass half empty is a terrible way to live life. This is full as fuck for me. I know exactly what to do with what's in there. I know exactly what the fuck to do with this, and other people don't know what to do with a full fucking container. Entitlement, you're fucking entitled. If you ever in your life bought a $5 fucking coffee from Starbucks, you are fucking soft. Globally, in the 7.7 billion people, you're fucking fancy, you're soft. There's 50 million people that came from dick shit and fucking made it. So what the fuck's your excuse? Both my parents were crackheads, and I lost my job, and my husband's beating me. And I'm not fucking saying these are small things, these are the hardest things in life. Here's my question, life's about alternatives. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? Nobody has anything to complain about. Unless you're the worst human on earth. In the world rankings of humans, you're 7.7 billion. You live in a cage and you're a slave somewhere where nobody's looking, because that's who that person is. Unless you're that person, stop complaining. My stuff is for the complainers who don't realize they have time to fix it. They just have to change their behavior. You can't complain about your weight if you didn't put in the work. You may be genetically dispositioned to not have as great of a body or be as healthy, and that's just life, and that's real. But I wasn't allowed to complain about my health at 37. I wasn't doing the right things. Or you can sit at home, play fucking 2K, and blame the world for your shortcomings. Period.
They don't want to do that.
Brother, people don't want to work. You know why? It's easier to complain.
Mentality.
The religion, baby. But if you don't complain, then you've won. You could do it any way you want. Make $1 a year, make it all dollars in a year. You've won. It's not about that. Spend every minute with your kids, spend no minutes with your kids. If you're happy and you don't complain, you've won.